Mitchell, I've got your Module 2 project here, so let's take a look at it and let's give some feedback on that. Got your template that you turned in here. I'm not sure which one you choose. Your pseudocode doesn't tell you don't have any pseudocode, so I'm not sure which option you chose. I don't know if you chose option 1, option 2, option 3. I don't see any comments, any pseudocode that tells me what you're planning. Oh, here's some code. Program to calculate the total cost of 3 items in a wish list. Okay, so you're doing this first one up here, where you have the user input things there. You have to calculate the subtotal tax. Shipping is $5.99. Total that output, name of each item, price, subtotal, total amount of tax, shipping, total cost. Okay, so you're doing this one. So here's your code. Let's see what your output looked like. I don't see a screenshot of your output. Does that mean your program doesn't work? Was you not able to get any output? And let's see, you didn't answer the questions after you wrote your program. What bugs you identify? How'd you fix them? I don't see any answers. The only thing I see here is just the code. That's very little of what's required. So let's hope your code works and meets all the requirements. So I've got it pasted here in an idle window. Name, date, description. So you've defined a different function here. We hadn't even talked about doing that. So obviously you're going out and finding information on the internet. I don't know if you use an AI to write this, some ChatGPT or OpenAI or something, but let's see if it works. Then you're probably not using AI to do it. You're probably writing it and just getting tips off the internet. I've got an error on line 16. Print, parentheses, ampersand, quote, semicolon, welcome to the wish list calculator estimation, ampersand, quote, semicolon, parentheses. Well, yeah, obviously that doesn't run. We've had print statements every week that we look at in all of our lessons, and none of them look like that. So I can understand. Yeah, you're right. That doesn't work. Input, ampersand, quote. I don't know what this ampersand. Oh, here's a print price float input F and quote. These are enter the price of item 1. None of this would work in Python. No wonder it's probably if you fix the error on 16, I bet we're going to have an error on 18 and then have an error on 19 and an error. It looks like all of these are going to have errors. This doesn't run at all. Subtotal, comma, tax, comma, shipping fee, comma, total cost equals. Is this 4 different variables? Because you put spaces and commas in between them. That's not how we've taught to do this either. And then there's where you call that other function that you've created up here with all of these items here. Price item to price. And then here's all this funny looking stuff here on all these print statements. You got F's and these ampersands and QUOT, and I don't know what's going on, but this doesn't look like anything we've written in this class. And I don't know what this is. If underscore name underscore equal quote main, but I don't know. This looks like some AI wrote this for a different version of Python or something. Because this does not work in our Python at all. There's nothing here that has any value. I mean, you got your name, date, and description. Give you credit for that, so that'll get you some points. But I don't have any pseudocode. I don't have the answers afterwards. You had no output because all I get is errors. Looks like you're trying to do stuff we haven't even learned yet. So you're finding stuff on the internet or having AI try to write stuff. But there's really nothing here to grade because it doesn't do anything. Every single line has an error. Every one of these lines have errors. All these print statements have errors. So when you don't even have a print statement working properly, that was our very first program we wrote, like back in 1.03, we wrote just a simple print program. And you seem to have forgotten that. You don't even have print statements working now. So you're going backwards in your programming ability. I don't know what to say. But I'll give you any points I can justify, and you're leaving most of the template blank, which is saying I don't want all those points, so I can't help you with that. But look at what's required, what's the parameters of the program. If a company's hired you or a government agency and said write the program, here's the parameters, you better make sure you meet all their parameters, or they're going to fire you without paying you. So missing a lot on this one. So I'll get this to you. Let me know if you got questions.